We are here today in the North End at the Surrey Shop to celebrate Small Business Saturday, which is a national event that celebrates the role small businesses play in the lifeblood of our communities. And in that way, New Bedford is no exception. Small businesses are back in vogue in the United States because people are looking for authenticity. People are looking to connect with their neighborhoods and their communities. And the statistics show it. Small businesses employ over 55% of the working population in the United States. About 89% of consumers in the United States agree that small businesses can contribute positively to the local community by supplying jobs and generating tax revenue. 87% of consumers in the United States agree that small businesses are critical to the overall health of the United States. I could go on about some of the statistics, but more than anything else, the key to small businesses, I think, is the connection to community. Small business owners like Joel Gonzalez here at the Surrey Shop, I'm going to try to say that 3 times over, Joel.
Don't say that 3 times fast.
Are important to our community because they stand behind their product. You know, when you come into the Surrey Shop or many of our other small businesses, you can trust what you're getting. And if something doesn't work, you can take it back. You know you're not going to be, nobody's going to pull a fast one on you, or you're not going to run into all kinds of red tape. And in that way, small businesses stand apart. I like to shop, personally like to shop at small businesses in our city. For the last several years, I've been able to do all of my Christmas shopping, even though I do it at the very last minute, at our small businesses, whether it's in the downtown, here in the North End, and the South End, or anywhere in between. These are businesses whose owners you know, who stand behind their product, who are people you see in the community and people you know, and they put money back into the community. And that's the other big difference between places like the Surrey Shop and big box retailers. With the big box retailers, the money leaves the community by and large. Here, the money stays in the community, and that's what's important because and there's a big multiplier effect in our local economy. So today we wanted to highlight the Surrey Shop, which has been here on the avenue for the last 52 years. And I can remember coming in here as a kid with my grandmother who lived right around the corner, still lives right around the corner, and always enjoyed seeing what the shop had to offer. And it's still going today, and it is still a large store, 4,000 square feet, that sells all sorts of stuff. And I'm here with Joel Gonzalez, who is really an anchor in our business community in the North End, and who has kept things going here for a full 52 years, but it really contributes so much to the community as an anchor in a very prominent spot here in Lund's Corner. And so, Joel, I just want to thank you for being such a good corporate citizen more than anything else, but I also wanted to just take a moment for you to tell us a little bit about how you're preparing for the Christmas season and what's going on at the Surrey Shop.
Well, thank you, first of all, for being here, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate it. Yes, 52 years and going strong. And I do think it's so important that people not only think about small business on Small Business Saturday, but it needs to be in their DNA. And what I mean by that is when we get in our cars to go shop somewhere, we need to think of the small place first. Where can I get this that's a local community organization, community business? Because as you made the point, that's going to be pumped back into the community. When someone purchases something here, the money that I use gets spent in the community, my own real estate taxes and that kind of thing. And I think that's hugely important. Whereas when we go to big box stores or directly to the internet, all the money gets sucked out of the community. And I think that's very important. And integrity, again, 52 years. We haven't been here 52 years for no reason. That's what I always say. Yeah. Because we have a vested interest in treating you well so that you'll come back for your next item. And I do a lot of services, so we have jewelry repairs and watch battery installations, wedding invitations or invitations for any occasion, engraving, and so on. So we've morphed over the years from strictly a retail operation, and now services have taken a big part. About 50% of my business now is services alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a big contribution now to the business.
That's a really important point. What you get at local businesses, and you guys are a great example of this, is a level of service that you can't get at the big box retailers. You know, there is big box retailers you see all too often. This is, you know, we have some in our own city. We want them to succeed too, but there's an important point about small businesses, and that is you guys not only stand behind your product, you stand behind it and you deliver. You know, there's whether it's jewelry service or other services, people know that when they come in here, they're going to get a good deal. This is something you're not going to. If something doesn't work right, they know that you will fix it, and that's the level of trust that's established that makes all the difference in the world.
That's right, and that's what separates us from every other business, and also keeping the business in the community. For example, if I don't have a piece of jewelry or don't have a service, I'll call Tony down at Falco's and send someone down to him, or he'll do the same for me. Or if I hear someone speaking about a piece of hardware, I'll send them to Barassa's Hardware down the street. And so we all try to keep it in the community, is my point. No one's trying, we're all competing in a sense, but we're also cooperating and all trying to go forward together. So if I don't have something, I want to make sure Tony can take care of that person, say, down at Falco's, just to use an example. But anything, even insurance, for example, call Tomlinson and O'Neill or a place like that. You don't get on the computer and go directly to Progressive or Geico because when you have an accident or a claim, it's very easy for some of these organizations to give you a price, just like in the Surrey shop here, but it's very much so a different story when it comes to backing it. When you have a claim, for example, they're going to be there to service you, just like, as you made the point, when something goes wrong here with an item in the Surrey shop, which is rare because typically I try to make sure all those problems are ironed out before you even walk out with the item. But believe me, if there is a problem, it will be taken care of.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So tell us a little bit about what's going on this Christmas. So I'm one of these guys who shows up at the last minute. I usually don't start my Christmas shopping until around December 22nd or so. But for normal people, people who are a little more sensible than I when it comes to shopping, you know, what can they expect this Christmas season?
Well, jewelry is always a big thing. The business has morphed over the years. We were always known as a gift and home furnishing store. And if you look around now, you'll notice a lot of things like ladies' scarves and handbags and jewelry and what we call fourth quarter items. That's a big difference at this time of year, the pickup items that would typically be considered stocking stuffers. And of course, a lot of the reasons I have the gray hair I have is for people like you that wait till the last minute to come in here and try to find their items.
Sorry about that.
And I have to scramble to try to get it done for you, but I do, believe me. I'm right up till with the world we live in now with overnighting. I can actually order something for you on December 23rd and have it in here on the 24th. So I will do my best, but please try to cut down.
Yeah, I get that. I'll be a little more considerate. And so people should know you're not going to be open Christmas Day. So like everywhere else, you got to get your shopping in beforehand. I'm telling myself this as I say it, but the shop is still going strong. There's still you guys offer so much here, and it's right in the neighborhood. It's right here in the North End, and one of the things that small businesses have to compete with big box, one area where they compete with big box retailers somewhat on an unlevel playing field is marketing. Big box retailers have huge marketing budgets, and that tends to tilt the playing field in their direction, but it doesn't mean that their products are better or their services are better. So people should keep that in mind. And I know that none of this is meant to knock some of the major retailers that are located in New Bedford or Greater New Bedford. It's to say that you can get some really great stuff and great services at a place like the Surrey shop, and the Surrey shop for sure, and make sure that do your part to put money back in the community, and that's what it's all about. I have a proclamation for you here, Joel, to commemorate Small Business Saturday, but more than anything else, I just want to say thanks for being such a great corporate citizen and doing all that you do to make the commercial life of the North End go.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for coming in. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks so much.
I look forward to the next 52 years.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm Bob Mercer, owner of Bob Sea and Ski in New Bedford, Mass. We're located on Pope's Island in New Bedford, just over the Fairhaven New Bedford Bridge, close by to Fathoms Restaurant and Whirly Beds and Furniture. We are a full-service action outdoor retail facility specializing in skiing, snowboarding, ski tours, as well as water sports and kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding and diving in the summer months. We offer a full array of equipment and the gear that supports these recreations. We offer some key brands like North Face and Patagonia and all the primary ski brands, as you can see behind me, Atomic and Volcal and Blizzard. We also offer services like tuning your equipment, and also rentals. So if you want to get a day on the slopes and you're not sure how to accomplish this, come on in. We have a bunch of programs as well as tours that we can offer you, and some great free time or free offerings for people who have never been before. We run tours on Wednesdays and Sundays right here from New Bedford. With Tremblay Bus Company, we run up north to places like Loon, Waterville, Sunday River. They're one-day tours up and back, and for $80 or less, you can get engaged with a fun day of recreation for yourself or your family. Bob Sea and Ski is also a very unique gift shop in a sense that if you have friends or family members that have everything, we offer unique products for recreations that people might be engaged in if they're in the outdoor world. Sales, service, and of course retail for winter sports and water sports. So stop by and check us out.